Hey everyone, this is my year 2 video insight. I'm going to be talking about how I was, advice for carers, advice for patients. Obviously this is my insight, my journey. Every recovery is different. Just trying to, tell you how it was for me to hopefully give a bit of help or insight. Um, so year 2, I would say that I was waking up a little bit. I still obviously wasn't all there mentally, but I was having a bit more realisation about how I was and what had gone on. Um, Still lack of, but I was certainly starting to get a gist of it. I was going out more in life, which was good, getting about a bit. I was still sort of couldn't do as I was, but I was certainly getting back out there, and that was really good for me. Um, with this realisation of my injury, it was starting to pull me down. I was realising that it wasn't going away. I think I was sort of starting to have a depth of understanding, and it was tough. I found it really hard. Um, I was noticing that each day I was struggling in certain areas with my job, with my relationship, with my income, with my relationships, just with in general, with friends. My driving was pulling me down. I couldn't drive. I had to rely on people. I was getting annoyed, and it was upsetting. Because of that, my life had changed so much. I was getting depressed. I was very low mood, and I ended up at mental health. Where I had to get a counsellor, Lisa Harris. But it was the best move I ever did, making that approach and going to see somebody. So it really helped me, you know. I had to start accepting how I was, and that things was going to be different. I was different, and just the whole ordeal, really, And it was going to take some time to go through this level of acceptance. It's not just a thing where you can suddenly, oh yeah, I'm different. It is going to take time. It was taking me time. I felt very alone. There's only you who knows what's going on in your head. Trying to work out a damaged brain, which is tough. So it's a very personal battle, but get the help, if you need it. It's hard to explain how you are. I found it hard to explain how I was to people. I didn't really know myself, to be honest. I was just working it out. Like I say, Lisa Harris really helped me with my depression. And I needed to communicate with people better. I was learning that, and I was having to learn to use coping strategies. Now, I felt weird at first doing these lists, reminders, alarms. Didn't really like doing them because it wasn't how I used to be, but I was different. I had to learn that I needed to do new things to make my life easier, and they certainly did. They really did make it easier. So I was learning about that. I was just getting back on my feet with life, really, but I was very much depressed and finding life tough in year 2. Advice for carers would be to keep up the support. Friends, if you know some other brain injury, keep visiting them. This isn't a short recovery, it's a long one. They're going to need your help, they're going to need that love, they're going to need that care. I've had that in abundance, which has been a massive platform for me and my recovery and getting better. So keep going to see someone with a brain injury and taking them out. Have that extra thought. You might have to deal with some anger, frustration problems. I had a bit of anger and frustration. My life was in pieces, and I was trying to put that together with a damaged brain. I was going to be a little bit angry and frustrated. I mean, it's just part of it. It's not the person, it's not you, the carer. It's just the ordeal of what they're having to go through. Look out for depression signs. That might start kicking in you too. It did for me. And you're going to need give them plenty of reassurance, support, guidance. It's not going to be easy for them, as it's not going to be easy for you. So keep up your network of support as well, and plenty of positive praise for if they're achieving and as they're getting better and going out and more in the world. So give them a pat on the back. That will be massive for them. So and for patients, look. Biggest one is don't judge yourself on the old you. Something of a life-changing ordeal, and you're going to be different. Like I say, it's not going to be easy to accept that. It's going to take a certain level of time. But don't put yourself down on not functioning the way that you could. I did that a lot, and it wasn't good for me. It wasn't healthy. I had to accept that I was different now. Get help if you need it. Like I said, I went to Lisa Harris. If you're struggling out there and you're having depression or low mood, talk to somebody. Communication is key. I know it can be tough, but it did mean no end of good. So you just try and do that. Use coping strategies. If you're weak in certain areas, like I've listed some bits for me, but it might be something else for you. But just find your way around things, new methods, so you can still cope, you can still do things in life. It's important, you're still in control of your life, you need to use different strategies. Find your ways to enjoy life. I couldn't go out with the lads on the lash as I could before, and it was hard. But I just went sort of swimming and sort of walking and things, and it was good for me, you know. I felt left out at first, but as I've got on with it, I quite liked not feeling hungover and stuff, you know, so it was alright. It was hard, but just try and find your ways to enjoy yourself, and be happy with how you are and how you're doing in recovery, you know. Don't be hard on yourself, and don't give up. I know it's long, and I know it's frustrating, and I know it's tormenting, but just keep going. Try to make the best out of each day and the abilities that you've got, and be appreciative of the abilities that you've got rather than what you haven't got. That's really important. And learn to love yourself again. That's really important as well. You are different. Don't mean to say that you're any less. You can be more. You keep going for it and just fighting away. Don't be hard on yourself. That's the main one. Good food and exercise. Good food, healthy body, healthy mind. You know, I eat a lot of brain foods for me, so keep up the good work, keep plugging away, and I'll see you in year 3.